Hi, I'm Adrian Crawford. Welcome to Williams Crawford, Passion for Porsche. And this today replaces what we've been doing before, which is Walkabout Wednesday. Leon, behind the camera, our marketing guy, reckoned that Walkabout Wednesdays were not always coming out on Wednesday, and he wasn't really happy with that. So we're going Facebook Live and see how this goes. It could all go terribly wrong. So I thought I'd show you around the building, show you what we do. We do everything for Porsche. And really, whatever the question is, we normally say, yes, we can do it, if it's a Porsche question. So here is in the depths of the building where we very, very rarely take anyone. And it's metal fabrication. And this is where old Porsche are reborn. And we've got Paul here, our metal fabrication man. And he is great. He makes Porsche from fresh air, basically. And this one, you can see, is more or less fresh air. And this is what we often get. He's added quite a lot of metal to it. You wouldn't believe it, but he actually has. And this is a 54 356 Cabriolet. Well, it's not a 356 Cabriolet at the moment. We're trying to make it into one. And eventually it'll be a really valuable car. So that's what we start with. And then if you come with me, we'll go to where they get assembled.
Thanks, Paul. Cheers. Follow up at the
Okay.
dungeon.
It's a bit dusty down there. That's the only disadvantage, really. Right. Okay, so here, just 1 second. Harry? Huh? Yeah, hi.
Who's Harry?
Harry is our engine builder. That's all he does.
Hello, Harry.
Yeah, he just does the engines, transmissions, and he's happy doing that and really good at it.
What are you up to at the moment, Harry?
We've got some valve guys putting some heads, and so I'm just reinstalling the valves, shimming the valve springs so they're all correct heights and things.
Okay, so a 911 engine, six separate heads on an old air-cooled engine. They're quite complicated, and but really, really durable. And this one, I can see a little date mark on it, 1982. So that's 40 years old.
Crikey.
And it'll go again, and this Al's?
Al Gibson,
Yeah, okay, so we never mention customer names. But this little fella will be producing something like 280 horsepower.
Get on. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. What have we got here then, Adrian?
So, hang on a minute.
Hang on.
Harry, you're not helping. Okay, so this is a 2.7. There's an interesting story behind this because probably 20 odd years ago, I can't even remember, but I either sold the guy a 968 or I bought a 968 from him, and he had this. And anyhow, it sort of deteriorated, and he came back to me all those years later, and we've taken it apart, and we're doing a mild restoration and making it a lovely, beautiful example for him to keep for the future. So that's part way through. We've done paint, and it's now getting assembled.
Fantastic.
So let's have a look and see.
If anybody's got any questions, please pop them in, because Adrian will be pleased to answer any questions you've got. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, I love
gotta go back
answering
a bit.
questions. So here we got a GT3 Cup car 997. These were actually a factory-built car. So you could go to Porsche and order up your competition car, and it's pure motorsport car. They were unregistered. You'd race with them, and they'd be immediately competitive. This one is, I think, a 2010, something like that. It's been on the hill climb circuit in recent years. And our chief and my co-director, Richard Williams, is his car. He'll be racing it this year. He'll probably also do a rally with it in Mallorca. So he's got a fair weapon to get control of. So
Who, incidentally, has just joined the live.
Oh.
So Rich has just joined us on the live
Hi,
feed.
Richard. So this...
There's a little snigger from Graham over there. Graham, say hello to everyone.
So Graham is our restoration master, and he looks after and oversees all the projects.
So what are you working on at the moment then, Graham?
At the minute I'm working on this 356A Cabriolet that we've
undertaken a fair amount of work. There's a lot of metal put into it. We've redone the paint, refurbished all the suspensions, having a new interior, all up to the customer specifications. So it's going to be a nice little car when it's done.
Looking stunning, actually.
So I think this is his choice, isn't it? Ivory white.
Ivory white was originally a silver car.
Yep.
So yeah, his choice of colour and nice interior.
Okay, so that one is not so, it looks a long way off, but it's not so far off. Once we put the trim in it, technically it'll all be ready to go, and typically what we're doing is refurbing the technical bits whilst the body goes out to be painted. And the key with this car and these convertibles is to keep the integrity or actually replace the integrity, the strength of them. Many of them are not quite what they seem and are not really so strong. So here we've got, I like this, right? There's a good story to this, because this is an old customer of mine, not in age, sorry Jeff, but a guy living in Czech Republic, and Richard and I have raced this car. This was an old race car that I supplied years ago. Richard and I went over and did I think it's a 6 or a 9-hour endurance race with it. It's come back here recently in 1,000 pieces, and we've built it back into really a road car that resembles a club sport, and it's got the club sport ethos. So light, fast, still got his race engine in it, lightweight trim in it. Really good car.
Will it be racing again?
No, never be a race car again, but it'll just be a road car, and in the club sport sort of ethos of removing things you don't need and just leaving the stuff you do need, which I love.
Nice.
Another 356. That one's coming in for a little bit of body repair, so we'll repaint that car. I don't know whether it goes back in its original colour. It won't be a full restoration, but it will be a body restoration. We've already dealt with all the technical bits and so on. This one, Leon, is interesting.
Go for
This
it.
is a 54 356 bent screen. Right now, most of the guys watching this will probably know all about this, and they might even know more than me, but I doubt if they'll know more than Graham. It was last on the road in 1978, and this is the Texas license, 1978. And it was found in a barn by our client in Texas, and he sent it over, and we're restoring it. It's gone back into its original colour.
Looking stunning.
Yeah, it's got, we're waiting for the wheels to come for it. These are slave wheels, and we're just part way through the trim of it, and it's going into like this barley colour, and it's, look at the dash, just going, it's like an old, I don't know, like an old radiogram or something like that. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is
It's
beautiful.
really nice. So 356, 1954. So the difficulty here is that we end up dealing with Porsche covering 70 years. And we've had to build up enough knowledge, and Graham's got a lifetime of 356. I'm sort of mid-year, so sort of 70s, 80s, 90s, and then some of the other boys are more, modern men. So we've actually got within Williams Crawford 70 years of expertise, I suppose. That's what people would call it.
Ollie's just commented to say, I bet those bent screens aren't too easy to get hold of.
No,
There's Mr. Williams making a dash.
Yeah, there's very, very few of them. Very few. And that one is really original car. Little Caterham going on there.
So look, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay, so this is a Martini. This is a factory Martini. Car was in a garden on the south coast of England for 21 years. And came here. We've done a full world-class restoration with it.
This was all in-house, yeah?
All in-house. I mean, paint we send out because paint is messy, and there's but have a look in here. This is 19 70s at its best.
And it just, look
Right?
at that.
This is original. This is how a martini should be. I know Magnus Walker has one a bit similar to this, and there's something really, really special. So this is a world-class restoration.
Even in the back, look at that.
It's a beauty.
Stunning.
We measured and photographed all the original stitching. Where it varied, we put back in the variances. We did it exactly the way it was done by hand originally.
If you're wondering why the camera keeps tipping, I have no idea.
No.
Just in
Okay.
case.
So, I wonder what we should go and have a look at next. We got moderns, we've got classics. At any given time, we've probably got something from every generation and every type. And as a kid, I used to dream of looking in the Porsche showroom and seeing this stuff. And now sometimes when I drive home this time of year, and it's the showroom's light and you're outside and you look in, you think, this is what I dreamt of as a kid, you know, being able to look in a Porsche showroom. As it happened, it was our showroom, you know.
And look at that. Nothing better than that view. Look at that view. A showroom, absolutely chock-a-block, full of dreams. Where is he off to? Where's he off to? Where's he hiding? What's he going?
Right then,
There it
Leon.
is.
So we got things like 930 here. We've got rare things like a 2.7 Carrera. The Shark 928s. We often have them. We're quite good at those.
If there's anybody out there that wants to have a closer look at one of the cars, let us know.
Then I've got something to test you all.
Ooh.
And anyone that can come back and tell me what this actually is wins some sort of prize that Leon from the marketing is going to provide.
So, there you go. Challenge. Anybody going to go for Adrian's challenge?
Take a quick look. So get close to it, Leon, because there's a bit of a clue. And as you get close, do a little walk past.
Try and get some distance for you so you can...
Right. Okay.
Any ideas, anybody? And if you come up with the answer,
Leon's
Adrian
going to
will buy
give
the
you
beers.
something.
How about that? Oh, he's off again. He's off. Oh, there we go. Oh, I've seen this one a few times recently.
I like this.
Beautiful looking.
Endurance Racing 991. This is, for me, modern cars. This is probably where I'd be.
What's so special about it? What do you like it for?
I like the link to the motorsport, and really that's why I've always been so interested in the Porsche, because everything about Porsche links back to motorsport success and motorsport development. And you know, when you're going along at your legal speed limit, you've got that big central rev counter, and you're in your 996 turbo or your 991 or even an old Porsche, you think this is what went down the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans, like 10 years before, or 20 or 30 or 40 years. It's all been developed on motorsport, and I love that part of it.
So is this a special edition version then,
This is a special edition version. If you ask me too many questions, I won't be able to answer. However, what I did discover with what was special about it is it has the chassis, the rear steering of the GT3 cars.
Oh.
So that was one of the special features with it. I mean, the cosmetics are sort of fairly obvious and the sporting angle, but it's that rear steering that makes it a bit special. And if you're on track and you try one with and without, it is different. It turns differently.
We've
Really,
got a guess.
really good.
We've got a guess on the car.
Oh, what is it?
Super 90?
No.
No.
Near, but not.
Nice try, Scott.
Yeah,
Near.
well done.
Near, he says, but not quite.
Okay.
Try again.
So, on your motorsport theme, GT3 Club Sport, really rare car. They ordinary GT3s, 996 GT3s, fairly rare, right-hand drive car. But a Club Sport came with a cut-off. It came with no console. It came with a built-in cage, and I think these are one for the future because it's the last of the last of the 911s, no stability, just ABS, limb slip, beautiful responsive engine, fast as it needs to be. It feels very pure, and I like these, and I think that the style of them has become really accepted again, you know, because they've got to that age.
Another couple coming through, another couple of comments coming through. So Nick says it could be an alu-bodied replica or an original in steel but unpainted or just clear coated.
Oh, he's getting close. He is getting well
and then we've got
close.
another guess from Ollie who says 356 Speedster.
Very good, Ollie. It's a combination of those two things, actually.
Oh, well, there you go,
So
Nick and Ollie.
It's an exact alloy replica of a 356 Speedster. So dimensionally exactly accurate, all the little details accurate, but it's got a space frame chassis. And it is beautiful.
There you go, guys. So you were pretty much, between the two of you, pretty much spot on.
So I'm just looking around.
Hold on a second, we're getting to my favourite now.
Oh, what's your favourite? Oh,
That
the
one-
GTS.
that one right
the
there.
Targa.
The Targa.
Yeah, well, that's because I think he's intrinsically lazy and wouldn't be bothered to take the top off himself. But yeah, these are really nice.
Beautiful.
These are really nice. I've driven them. I've never owned one to use, you know. But the way the whole thing operates is just a work of art.
Yeah, have a look on the have a look through our Facebook feed. I think there's a little video there demonstrating how that thing opens itself up, and it's like a transformer.
Yeah, the interesting thing with this is that when Porsche relaunched the Targa, it elevated all the previous Targa models.
Okay.
It gave them credibility. So although new in the UK, we had a high percentage of Targas sold because we love an open air car because we get so little sunshine, I suppose. Targas were always deemed as the poor relation to a coupe. But when Porsche announced this with the polished roll hoop and the styling back to the old air-cooled cars, it suddenly gave them this credibility of being a worthwhile option. And they really are. I've got a lot of time for Targas.
Beautiful looking car.
It's what I would choose. I like the open air. So in here, we got 993s, I've got a 964, got another 356, got a lovely little 69 over there, which I think, no, this one, there's one thing that Facebook Live can't do, or video can't do, but I can, so I'm going to show you what it is, and you'll just have to imagine, right? But this is a 69.
You got your imaginations ready, guys?
Okay, this is a 69, done 29,000 original miles, and it's all but original paint on this car. So it's never been restored, never been touched, never been retrimmed, repainted. You know, it's just how it left, or how it arrived in California back in, I can't remember when it was, January 1969, I think it was. And you can imagine how cool you'd be driving this in 1969. Wow. But the one thing that Facebook Live can't do?
I'm waiting for what's going to happen here now.
You smell it. It smells like new.
Yeah, I'll see if there is any smell-o-vision. Oh, it does as well.
It smells like new. It's an amazing thing.
Never been restored.
Never been restored. We can't build the smell back in.
That's mental.
We can make them look like this, but
That's mad, because it actually does smell new.
It is beautiful, and it's very, very unlikely that you'll ever replace that. It's probably the oldest, most original Porsche that we've ever had. So something special, looking for a man to buy that. But, you know, I'd love that to live locally, but the chances are it'll go to LA or go somewhere in the world, you know. It's left-hand drive, and we can ship it anywhere. Right, so we've got We got other stuff, but it's outside and it's about -40 here in Cornwall today. So there's not a chance I'm going outside. We've got, obviously, moderns. I've got 992, I've got KN, GTS. We got all sorts of interesting stuff. I think we got 22, 21, 20, 19, and so on down through the years.
Well, this one here's just popped into, I think, yesterday, was it? This
Yeah.
KN GTS?
Yeah, actually supplied that ourselves and done about 4,000 miles.
It's 4,920 odd miles, I think, from memory.
You're kidding.
And this one came in, I think, yesterday.
Okay, so another thing that's hard to translate onto Facebook Live, the beautiful door shut of it, and the beautiful handle action, right? On lesser cars, you can feel the handles go click, click. These, it's just a smooth motion. I love that stuff. I love the engineering of the cars.
So I'm going to ask you a question, because we need to get some questions asked from you. So out of all the cars that are currently in this showroom, which one would you pick and why?
2 reasons. One is that it's warmer where it's living, and the other is that it's unique and it's fast. Come with me.
Oh.
I don't know whether you set that up, but it's a good question. So in here, in our reception, we can disturb John, who's trying to concentrate on the phone. Look.
Oh, he's literally trying to concentrate now. And I've got a camera at him, look.
Yeah. But this is the one I'd pick. Right? Now, the other night I was watching an old video of the Targa Florio. And back in the day, 73, 74, you'd see the old Alfa Romeos, you'd see the Ferraris going around, and you'd see this. And this is a styled and produced, created to look like the factory car. Can't remember, I think it's number 74. One had orange bumpers, one had yellow bumpers, that ran at Le Mans and things like Targa Florio. And
we had a quick discussion about the paint yesterday, didn't we? And I know there's pictures on the website of this, and I wonder if I can pick it up today.
It's
colour.
Silver Spectra Pearl. So the actual silver is about what you'd expect, but it's got this pearlescent lacquer on it, and it's eye-wateringly expensive.
And it's beautiful, though. Look at that.
So this would be an RSR. It's a 3-litre car. It is okay for the road. It's really good for annoying the neighbours on a Sunday morning. It sounds fantastic. It handles really well. It's got the right brakes, coilover suspension. It's got a brilliant motor. And we went and installed a new Hygo cage, all FIA safety equipment, seats, harnesses, cage, fire, plumbed-in fire, stuff like that. So this is a true dual-purpose car. You can run it in competition.
So this is ready to race?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this has been used in competition by the last owner. I supplied it a couple of years ago, and it's, it's a bit raw, I have to say, but I love raw and mean and fast, and this is all of those things. So that would be my favourite. We've got it up for sale. One of our finance partners, Rob, at Classic and Sports Finance, can fund stuff like this in really innovative ways. And it's a example.
Because that's quite unique, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you can get finance on this type of vehicle.
Yeah, well, they're not going to find it in a glasses guide, are they? It's just not going to happen. So you can get, he will fund things, not for everyone, it's what is subject to status and all the rest of it. But you could have it for something like 550 quid a month.
I think we've put that on the website against
it. Yeah, you did, yeah.
It's an incredible thing, really.
Which suddenly, the deal with it is that you get a balloon at the end of it, but a car like this isn't going to go down in value.
No.
Because to create it, Leon, recreate it. Every year, the cost of recreating it gets higher. The cars themselves maybe go up and down a little bit in value with the classic market and the misery or optimism in the rest of the world, but the cost of actually creating them, because this is uber labour intensive to do, just gets higher and higher. So that always supports the value, and of course people really love to have something special in their garage, and that's what we sort of do.
Well, you've only got to look out the window.
Yeah, so that would be my favourite. It might not be the favourite for my missus to go to the restaurant in, but
why would that be, I wonder?
Yeah, such is life. We don't have to worry about that. So that's it from Williams Crawford, Facebook Live. Thank you for watching, if anyone did.
Yeah,
and
we've had a few on, and thank you very much to those that joined us. This is the first, so we're going to have a few
It might be the only one. But thank you for watching. Enjoy your Christmas and watch out for the next one.
Thank you everyone for watching today, and we'll be back very soon, and we definitely will, no matter what he says. See you later, guys. Cheers, bye.
Ciao.